All right, guys, I want to talk to you today about moving your body faster on the way back and your arms faster on the way through, okay? What I see with most golfers is they're caught up in trying to have this perfect backswing. They're trying to keep the club out in front of them, they're hinging the wrist, they're elevating their arms. Obviously, having a good backswing is important, but what we want to do is we want to create some energy into the golf club on the way back. There's no question if you do that and you get some momentum into the club early, you're going to start to move your body more dynamically, and that's what we want on the backswing. I see a lot of backswings that are starting pretty much with the hands and the arms, and the body's really not engaging at all. The pelvis isn't engaging, the feet aren't engaging, the knees aren't engaging. And what we're doing is we're setting ourselves up for a very steep golf swing where the club's coming into the golf ball in a very vertical orbit, a little bit like a lightning rod, because we're not creating enough space around our body at the top of the backswing to approach the ball from the inside. When it comes to the backswing, guys, we need a degree of recklessness. We need a degree of irresponsibleness, if that makes any sense. And when I speak to you about this, I'm speaking from personal experience, because I've been down that road of trying to get into all these positions on the way back, right? Trying to get my hands and arms in a really good position, trying to have good arm structure, which is important. But what I'm doing is I'm too careful, right? I'm way too careful. So what we need here is we need to be more dynamic. All right, and what you're going to be shocked to know is how fast good players take the club back. All right, they're not taking it back very slowly like a Matsuyama, for example. The vast majority of tour players are taking it back with a lot of energy. All right, and that's what I want everyone to do. So when I sit up to the golf ball, what I'm trying to do here is pretty much load. I'm trying to engage. I'm engaging my upper body, I'm engaging my lower body, I'm engaging my knees, I'm engaging my feet. And the quicker I do that, the more dynamic I'm going to be. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit a couple of shots for you. This is really important for me. Again, if I take it back slowly, I get stuck on my left side. I don't get into my right heel. We want to load the inside of that right heel. That's your destination at the top of the backswing. What we want to do here is be able to sort of give a little toe tap here and create some depth so the hands are kind of above that heel line, so we can come down on a really good approach to the golf ball, right? It's your angle of attack, it's your approach that influences and affects impact, all right? Impact's not a position, it's a net result of having a good approach. Here's my backswing, okay? So, pretty good. Not too bad. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm being a little irresponsible here. Dare I say, I feel a little out of control. All right, and that's what I want you guys working on. Feel a little bit out of control on this part of your golf swing. Quit trying to be so careful. Let's go ahead and do it again. That was pretty good. So I've got my nice little high draw going there. I'm hitting the ball pretty well. So the key here is we want to kind of wind up. We want to really feel like that trail side from the right shoulder to the right hip to the right knee is working up, knees straightening, right hips working behind us, right shoulders working behind us. I really feel like I'm actually reaching out to something above my trail shoulder behind me. I'm not keeping my hands down in here. I'm really trying to stretch the right side of my body. I'm trying to really feel like my trail hand is way up above my right shoulder. Now, the advantage of having your right hand above your trail shoulder is it provides room for your arms to swing down in front of you freely and uninhibited. I can't tell you how many golfers I see that don't pivot the golf club well, and they get their trail arm tucked way too close to their body. Can you see that? So now my arms don't have any place to go, and you wonder why most golfers come over the top of it. So it's really important, guys, to feel like you're really stretching almost up above this trail shoulder. So now my right arm is out, it's extended, okay? I've got a good box here formed between my bicep, my forearm, and the shaft. I'm gonna do it one more time. Wind and stretch. Good energy here. Good energy. And that really, really feels quick to me. I feel so much quicker. That was by far the best one out of the three. So I hope that's starting to make sense. As far as your downswing is concerned, most people are slow back with their body and fast through with their body. So we have this sort of slow movement back and then this lunging motion in the transition where you're throwing the kitchen sink at the golf ball, you're leaving your hands and arms at the start line. I'd like to see the opposite. I want to see fast back with the body, and I want to see slow back to the ball with the body. So we're faster back, we're slower through. And the reason for that is the arms have to work down off your chest as you change direction. It's so incredibly important to, in a sense, reconnect the arms to the body as we pivot the golf club. Most golfers are spinning. They're turning their body back to the ball too soon. They're in a hurry to rotate their body. That's what I see with the vast majority of golfers. So once we get that depth at the top of the backswing, once we create that energy, and you really feel a stretch, you really feel like you're winding a lot quicker, that's going to give you this amazing momentum. Look at my left foot coming off the ground. I'm okay with that. Heck, even with an iron, okay? As long as it goes back down, we're in good shape. What we want to do is we want to try and keep the back to the target and almost stall the spin phase as you change direction. So I like to feel like my arms are moving a lot faster as I change direction. I don't like to tie my arms to my body and start spinning because I feel like I'm getting miles in front of it. And that's where most of you are. You're missing right most of the time because you're late getting the club back to the golf ball. So I'm going to exaggerate these feels. I'm going to feel faster back with my body to get some energy into my backswing. It's going to make my backswing more dynamic. And then I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to stall my body, slowing it down, and I'm going to get my arms working down and off my chest, extending the arms past the ball, staying relaxed. All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot. I got it on a little rope today. This is fun, all right? So that's getting me, my swing, into better sequence, all right? It's giving me room on the way back, space for my arms, okay? And it's giving me room on the way down, space for my arms. How about that? The job of the body, of course, is to move dynamically. It's a transport mechanism. But I also believe the job of the body in many respects is to remain out of the way of the arms, all right? There's so much coaching out there talking about leaving this back here at the start line and then getting open and leaving it here and leaving it back here. Guys, maybe 1 in 25 or 30 people are capable of doing it. These guys are literally in the gym every single day working on mobility. They're working on stability, and I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that this coaching isn't good. I'm not suggesting for 1 second that there are people that watch this video that aren't capable of doing that. I'm just speaking from personal experience, working with guys like you, recreational golfers that are really struggling, trying to fire the body and leaving their hands and arms behind. And it's time to stop trying to do things your body can't do. That's what this really boils down to, okay? So we're going to go over it one more time. Faster back, all right? Don't be afraid to lift that left foot in the air. Get some energy into the backswing, okay? And then stall the spin phase with your body on the way down. And really, in many respects, feel like your arms are employing your body as you turn through. It's amazing to me how if you allow your arms to swing freely, your body will respond dynamically. I hope that helps. If you think this could help someone, go ahead and share. Thank you so much for subscribing. Get after it. We'll talk to you next time.
I was forced to take about a 6-month break last year for medical reasons. And when I resumed, I went to take some lessons just to make sure I was on the right track with my swing. And the problem was, as a lot of lessons have been, is that it was teaching the golf swing, the model, the method, whatever you might call it, which, given my age and loss of mobility, I couldn't really accomplish. And so I really knew I wanted to find somebody who could teach me my golf swing instead of the golf swing. It was very fortuitous. I met Andrew, and I've seen him now 5 or 6 sessions. In our first session, he told me exactly why I was continuing to come over the top, and that I was putting way too much effort into trying to hit the ball, because I was trying to shift my weight, rotate my hips, turn my shoulders, the things my body really doesn't do very well anymore. The great thing about Andrew, he's very insightful and intuitive. He watched my swing, and right away I had some things to work on. And each time I've seen him, I get 1 or 2 things, drills and other things to work on between sessions and while I'm playing. And he explains it in a very straightforward and understandable way, but with humor, which is great for learning and for teaching. So now, after my sessions with him last week, I only had time for 9 holes that day, but I shot a 40. And it's probably the best ball striking day I've ever had. It was wonderful. And so a year and a half ago, my goal was to break 90. Now my goal is to break 80, and I know with continuing to see Andrew and working on the things he's given me, I will accomplish that.